Hey guys, I'm just picking out some colors for this door hanger. I'll give y'all a few minutes for people to drop in and join the video. Let's see. Hey Candace, how's everybody doing today? All right, I've got a door hanger painting project for y'all for today. So I'm just picking out some colors, trying to figure out, I think I want to do it hot pink with maybe a little bit of blue. What's everybody doing? Are y'all eating lunch? Is anybody having anything good? Or is everybody still on their January diet? Okay. All right, y'all. I have got this little door hanger that I cut out. It's a little motor scooter. And I just thought I would paint this some bright, fun colors today. So this color is bright magenta. It's just a little acrylic craft paint color. Oh, you know what? I need to draw, let me draw some lines on here so I know where to stop painting. I'm looking over at my other one I have already painted that's hanging up across the room, trying to figure out, ooh, whoops, trying to figure out how I did it. I think I need that over a little bit further. And all this chalk just disappears when you paint over it, so it just helps me know where I need to stop one color and start another color. So what's everybody doing this afternoon? Anything fun? Are y'all at work? Are y'all at home? I think I heard we're gonna get some snow here. Not much, I think just maybe a little bit. Maybe tonight, is that right? I don't know. Candace, if you're still on here, do you know? She lives right around the corner from me. Which means the kids would be at least a 2-hour delay. I don't mind a 2-hour delay, but being home this time of year, they don't want to go outside because it's too cold. And my son wants to sit inside and play video games, which drives me crazy. Hey, Jennifer. Y'all, if you have a moment, please share my video. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to be notified when I go live, the next time, just type live alerts in the comments. And my bot will send you a message, and you just confirm that you do want to be notified of live videos. Is anybody doing anything crafty today? Anybody painting? Making anything fun? It's sleeting there, Brianna. It's snowing and sleeting outside here in West Virginia. Ugh, yuck. I'm ready for spring. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season, but it goes by way too fast. And before you know it, it's nasty out and freezing cold. Clear blue skies in Seattle. That sounds nice. I have never been to Seattle. I've been to California, but I have never been anywhere else out there. And that was a long time ago when I was little. I was like 10, and I went out with my dad. I have an uncle and aunt and some cousins who live in California, in Northern California. It's so quiet in here because usually I have the TV on while I do a video because it's kind of like background noise, but then I heard that Facebook will turn your video off if they hear the TV or music in the background because it's not your content, I guess. So you're not allowed to play it. So it's super quiet. So the blue color was light turquoise. And these are from AC Moore. I'm not sure if y'all have AC Moore where you are or not, but I think that's their store brand. Does anybody have anything good for lunch today? I think I'll just be heating up leftovers probably. Y'all, if you're just joining, say hey and tell me where you're from and share my video. I'd greatly appreciate it. This will be listed in my Etsy shop. As soon as I get a picture of it taken, I will list it over there. So if you know anybody who wants a little motor scooter door hanger. And I also sell the blank door hangers and the file to print it and cut it out yourself. And I have lots of other designs in there in my shop as well. Snowing in New Jersey. Well, at least you've got snow instead of sleet, Vicki. At least that's nice to watch the snow come down. We're going skiing next weekend. I'm not going skiing. I don't ski. I have been skiing before, and it is not a pretty sight, and nobody wants me careening down the hill and knocking their child over, because that's what would happen. It was really bad, y'all, when I skied. It's been years ago, and I think I've probably tried 4 or 5 times, and it was just, I am not built to ski. It was bad. So I go and we cook and we get in the hot tub and I crochet sometimes and maybe play some games, cook food, and just hang out. So it's really fun. And we have a house that we usually rent every year with my husband's family, and it's on the slope, so we can ski in, or the skiers can ski in and ski out. And so it's nice for the kids because they can just kind of leave straight from there, and they don't have to be driven down the hill to the lodge, and they can just kind of come in and out when they get cold, and so it's really fun for them. They said it would get bad later tonight. Who said, hey, Mrs. Taylor? Oh, Candace. Oh, my gosh. Hey, girl. How are you? Where are you living now? Gosh, how old are you now? Has it been like 10 years? I think it's been like 10 years ago. Candace was one of my students. I taught a high school vocational nursing class years ago. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. Well, I'm not anymore. I don't do nursing anymore. I quit about 5 years ago to go to do my Etsy shop full time. But before that, I was a labor and delivery and postpartum nurse, and I taught for a year, and Candace was one of my students. So I'm glad to see you on here. Time goes by way too fast. I do not like this pink color because it's very thin, and I don't know why, because it's the same brand as the other paint, but I keep forgetting that I really need to get another brand of pink because I am not a fan. I don't know why it's like really, really thin. So this is definitely going to need 2 coats. Thanks, Vicki. What kind of wood am I using? I am using Revolutionary plywood from Lowe's. Sometimes I buy it at Home Depot, and I don't remember what theirs is called, but it's the same thing. It's 1/4-inch plywood. It's very smooth, and you can have them cut it for you. So it comes in like a 4x8 piece, and then I have them cut it down into at least 4 pieces, sometimes more than that. And that way I've got enough to make lots of door hangers, but I don't have to contend with like giant pieces of wood. And then I cut out my templates with a jigsaw. So if you have a silhouette, that is what I have too. And I use that to cut out the templates. So what I do is I download the SVG file, like I open up the SVG file with my silhouette program. And then I cut it out of poster board. Now I get the thinner poster board. You're having hernia surgery? Oh no. You're in Petersburg? Oh my gosh, sweetie, I thought you were in another state. You're going to be 27. That's insane. Oh my Lord. I cannot believe that much time has gone by. That is crazy. But Vicki, you were asking about the silhouette. So I get the thinner poster board that you can buy. It usually comes like 5 to a pack. So it's not like that real thick stuff, you know, because it cuts out better with my silhouette machine if it's not quite so thick. And then I just size it to the size that I want. And usually I have to cut it out in 2 pieces because this is bigger than my mat. Like I get the big long mats, the you know, the 24-inch by 12-inch mats, but it's still bigger than that. So I generally cut it out in 2 pieces, and then I tape it together, and then I just take it out to my garage and I cut it out with my jigsaw. And it's not hard at all to use a jigsaw. I'm not usually a power tools kind of person, but I went out there and I pulled out my husband's old jigsaw that he's had for many years, and that's what I use, and it works fine. I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to paint over this heart, and then I'll go back and draw it on. It's just easier that way. I'm good, sweetie. Thank you for asking. My kids are big now. They are 15 and 17. Isn't that crazy? My son's driving, which makes me a nervous wreck. My daughter's riding with people who drive, which makes me a nervous wreck. But I guess that's just how it goes. You got to get through it. Every parent goes through it. I just know I was not a very good driver when I was 16 years old. My son is a better driver than I was at that age. He's probably a better driver than I am now, honestly. He's a good driver. But, you know, they just don't anticipate things happening because they've never had anything happen. So it's really scary, I think. You're terrified. What are you terrified of, Vicki? Are you terrified of cutting it out with the jigsaw? My daughter's in kindergarten and I'm checking the clock. Oh, for like your child driving. I know. It's like it gets here before you even know it. It's crazy. I feel like they were just in kindergarten. Once they get in middle school, it just flies. I mean, my son went into middle school looking like a little boy and came out looking like a grown man. I mean, it was crazy. He went from maybe my height, not even my height, and I'm 5'4", and he is like almost 6'2" now. And he's been that height since like freshman year. I mean, he shot up in like 1 year. Yeah, have your husband cut them out for you. My husband's cut a couple of them out for me. He's, I pick on him because I tell him he's not detail oriented because his sanding job was not as detailed as mine. So sometimes I still have to go out and touch him up with a sander. But it's nice when he can cut them out for me because it was really cold the last time I needed them cut out and he went out there and did it for me. What I need to do is get my son to cut him out. And maybe I could cut him a little profit when he does it to motivate him to go out there and do it. Because once you've cut a couple, I mean, it's really easy. I'm going to hit this with the dryer real quick if it's plugged in. I think it's plugged in. All right, it's going to be loud for a second, y'all. I apologize. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do another coat of the pink, the light pink, since that's kind of thin. Has anybody ever done a door hanger before? If so, do you like to hand letter or do you try to stencil your lettering? I do both. If I'm going to stencil my lettering on, I definitely do not use these craft paints though. Because the paint will pull up if you're using the stencil vinyl and cutting it out with like your Cricut or your Silhouette. The acrylic paint, I've tried lots of different ways of doing it and letting it dry for a few days and all of that, and it just is, I guess it's just not the kind of paint that you really want to use with that. So if I'm going to stencil my lettering on, because sometimes either I don't think I can fit it on there with my handwriting, or I just want to do a specific font and want it to look a certain way, or I'm doing some really tiny writing, I will use the paint that you get, the paint samples that you get from the hardware stores. So like I've got some right here. This is from Home Depot. This is the little bear color samples that they have. And so I just get those, and they're like, I think they're, what are they, flat? Let me see. Paint and primer in one, and they're interior, exterior, and I think, yeah, they're flat paints. So those tend to not pull up. So you can do a stencil over those, and you really don't even have to let them dry just a few minutes. And you can go ahead and put your vinyl stencil down. But I like the paint better in the squirt bottle just because it's easier to use. And I'm going to hand letter this one. So I just grabbed the acrylic paint. I'm not going to hand letter it yet though on this video because I'm not sure what she wants on it. So I got to wait and let the customer tell me. Thank you, Vicki. Hey, Betty. Are you doing anything crafty today? Any of your crocheting? I don't know why I grabbed this tiny little brush to do this wheel cover. I tend to go for the smaller brushes, and actually that one's flat. I usually do an angled brush just because I feel like I have better control with the angle brush. I need some new brushes though, because these are looking, they're kind of in sad shape. So guys, if you're just joining me, please click the share button. I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to be notified when I go live next time, type live alerts in the comments box. And you'll get a message from my bot, and that will opt you in. Let's see. I think that's good. All right, I'm going to hit it with the blow dryer again, y'all, because I got to do some white down here, and it's not dry enough to do that. think that's probably dry enough. Let's see. I need an angled brush. I don't know where my angled brush went. Oh, I think this, yep, this is it. Is anybody local and knows what we're gonna get as far as weather goes this afternoon? I haven't checked. I hear it's gonna do something, but I don't know what. I want to do another one of these and like maybe in the aqua color that I did the little headlight on this one, and then maybe do some flowers or some polka dots or something on it. I thought that would be really cute. And then I have a coffee cup that looks kind of like a Starbucks cup that my husband cut out for me that I was going to do for Valentine's Day, but now it's like it's getting close to Valentine's Day, so if I'm going to do it, I need to hurry up and do it. But I had a cute idea for that. I thought this was an angled brush. I don't know what in the world is going on with these brushes. This is not an angled brush. Let me see if I can find it. All right. Do y'all have any other door hanger ideas that you'd like to see, or any craft projects that you'd like to see? Just comment and let me know. Anything with vinyl or heat press. I can hear my dog in there snoring. It's so quiet. She's laying on the sofa just snoring. All right, I think we are ready for a little heart. Do you guys want to see any St. Patrick's Day designs or spring Are y'all ready for spring designs yet? Some Easter bunnies. Or maybe a carrot, that would be cute. Some flowers. All right, there we go. St. Patrick's Day and Easter or spring. I am on it. I gotta hurry up and come up with some designs because it'll be here before we know it. All right, I'm gonna hit this with the dryer one more time, y'all. I've got a Cricut project that I was going to do later this week. I got this little chalkboard at Target. Sorry, the glare on there, but I was going to do something cute with that. So it was like a little $3 chalkboard from the dollar aisle at Target. I thought that was cute. Okay, y'all, we need some highlights on this. Let's see. All right, I'm going to use a round brush. So just this brush right here. So maybe like a St. Patrick's Day, like a leprechaun hat. That would be cute. Or maybe a pot of gold. Or a rainbow. I'm trying to keep this in the camera, but it's going to knock my tripod over. There we go. think? A leprechaun hat with like a little pot of gold. Maybe some leprechaun feet sticking up out of the pot of gold. That'd be kind of cute. What other colors of this little scooter do y'all think? My daughter said purple. She said she wanted me to do a purple one. Oh, I forgot to outline my heart. Let me do that. Okay, I think maybe some white highlights. We'll finish this off. I'm just kind of going over the same places that I did the black and just doing a little bit of white just to give it a little bit of dimension. If you're just dropping in, you guys, please share my video if you have a moment. And type live alerts if you want to be notified when we go live the next time. has. Just going to put a little dab on this heart. And I think that's it. Let me turn this around so y'all can see it. That is the finished product. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope everybody has a great day. And I'll be back later this week for another craft tutorial. I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks. Bye.